Hello guys, in this session we will create a simple line chart, then we will see how to work on drill down option in line chart, then we have how to create an area chart, line versus column chart, scatter plot, waterfall chart, then we have tree map and GAU chart. So these are some different charts we will try to explore and see how these charts will help us to convey our message much more better. Let us see how to create a simple line chart in Power BI. Line charts are mostly created when you have a date data type so that you can see the progress over time based on sales. For creating a chart, we get data type from sample superstore. I'll take order date set and load the data. And you can see here we have different line charts like line versus column, area chart, line chart. So now I'll just create a simple line chart. In our data set, you can see these are our data columns. For this, you have proper clean data, or further you have no clean data. So no worries, in next session we'll see how we clean our data. So we will take order date in x-axis and sales into y-axis. So this is a simple line chart. So what this is trying to convey, the sales 2014 was 50k like this. If you want to see distribution of the sales based on different categories, so I can pick up here category into legion, and you can see in 2015 higher sales in furniture, in 2016 technology has second highest sales, and these lines color are nothing but these are the legion, and you can see different colors are there for different categories. So you can quickly identify values here. Now I delete this category and take region into legion, and you can see there are four regions and I'll be getting four different colors here. And here you can see South region has always in down in any condition. Then we can say here South region have less sales in four regions. And remaining the formatting part you have seen in the previous video, many videos that you can click on format and you can change everything x-axis, y-axis, size, font, background color, anything. You can change from here. These are the options. Something is new for you, that is the label, and I'll enable this and you can see the changes. They shows us the sales in years, and here is an option that is shape, and you can see we can change the marker with triangle, circle, square. Also we change the marker value according to the years. And another option is lines, and you can see here join type and line style. So plenty of options are available in this section. This is the format section and you can try to find out those options. So that's it. I hope you have understood how to create a simple line chart in Power BI. Now we can see drilling down on a line chart. If you see my matrix video earlier, we have the hierarchy option there. Same concept is known as drill down in line chart. I click on line chart, pick up order date here and sales into y-axis. A simple chart is created. Here you can see the x-axis is having the years, y-axis is having sales. You can see x-axis is having only years here. And when we get month, quarter, day here, these are the four buttons which you have seen earlier. These buttons are used for drilling up and drill down. If I click on this fourth button, you can see expand all down and one level in hierarchy. If I click on this button, you can see I'm getting years as well as a quarter. Here you can see x-axis is showing you month and years, but actually it is divided into years and quarters. Here I'll explain you. When I keep my cursor on any point, you can see 2014 quarter 1. If I keep my cursor here, you can see 2015 quarter 4. Here if I keep 2017 quarter 1. So it is not telling you June, July, August. No, it's not mentioning the month, but it's tell you the what quarter it is. So you can remember one thing here. If I click this fourth button here, now we are on quarter. But when I click on this fourth button, I keep month, and again I click on this button, I go to the days. The x-axis is misguiding. It's not telling us what exactly it is. But if I can go back drill up, so those options you can find in the format option. Here in x-axis you have type, continuous, categorical, and you can see the changes. We have sales according to years, quarter, month. For back, click this first button and back to the years again. For next level, you pick up region column and click to the fourth button and see quarter wise sales and again drill up back to the year. One more thing, if I want only month here, you can click this third button here. You have quarter again Click, and here we have only month in x-axis. So here you cannot tell that it is 2015, 16 or 17 and so on sales. No, it is cumulative total of all the years. However, in future, I'll show you if you want to filter for specific year like 2016 or 17, you can do that with the help of this filter pane. Okay, in our coming videos. But for time being, I hope you have understood how to work on drill down inline chart. Now let us see how to work on area chart. Now while doing this charts, you might have a confusion. It's okay to learn how to create, but when to create which chart. So there are some tricks and techniques which you can remember when to create with chart. You can find the PDF in the description or in the attachment somewhere. It will guide you in detail. Suppose you have date, data type, go for line chart, area chart. If you have geographical data type, go for map, field map. So these are some categories where it is divided. You can learn more about it in the description. So here let us continue for the area chart. We click on this area chart and drag order date, sales into values and region into legend. And you can see here line gets highlighted with the color. It looks like line chart here is no changes except the filled color. So how do you understand what are the different colors? You can see the area which is occupied by that particular line, in this case region only, that is highlighted. Same way for the west region, I can say south region, the color is this one. So, as the name says, area chart, when you want to see how much area is occupied or covered, you use this area chart. However, if you want to understand in detail, you can go to Format and select this data label and enable this button. Now you can see which region has get how much sales in which year and remaining format options. So I hope you have understood how to create area chart in Power BI. Let us see how to work on combo chart. So combination of column and line chart. Let us see that practically. So there are two types of column versus line chart. You can see first one is line and cluster column. So I click on this and expand it properly. Now I'll put here order date in shades X's. So I want to compare some sales and profit. So I'll put sales in column values and profit into line values. Here you can see dark blue line for profit and light blue bar for sales. So from this legend, you understand what line belongs to what column is belonging to, right? So it is very simple. Let's make it more interactive for you. Suppose you want to see the distribution of sales or in different region. I want to see that in 2016, which region was heading higher sales in this region. So I pick up this region and drag into column series. So you can see here this one column has been divided into four parts. So what is these four bars? Nothing but different regions, right? So I'll tell you in this 2016 the highest sales in purple color and that is in west region. So you can compare many things, right? Now I am comparing two measures. Measures are numerical values. So numerical means sales and profit. These are measures and also trying to work on two dimensions, order date and region. Now you can click on this other chart, line and stack column chart. You can see the changes here. You can tell the highest sales is in 2019, second highest 2016 and so on. So in this chart, I am comparing between the years. But in line and cluster, we compare with regions in that year. So that is a whole story all about. So line versus column chart is very easy, but if you try to explore with different dimensions and measures, you will find it more interactive. Let us see how to create scatter plot in Power BI. It is only animation chart by default in Power BI. Let us see how to work on scatter plot or a scatter chart. We create scatter plot when we want to see the distribution of measures and numerical values. So here I'll showing you distribution of sales and profit in different subcategories. So we want two numerical column, right? So you can see this sigma icon will help you that these are numerical columns. So I'll click on scatter plot and you can see there are different options which I have to put. Okay, so I said we need two numericals column. So I'll put here sales into x-axis, profit into y-axis. So here I'm getting single dot. The single dot will tell you what is the total sales and total profit. So, if I want to see how different subcategory are distributed, so I'll pick up subcategory into values. You can see here 17 subcategories. So, when I keep my cursor on any circle or bubble, you can see it will tell you what is the name of that, what is the sales and profit. So, being from a sales perspective, I'll definitely look for those subcategories which are in the uppercase, in upper section, because they are having higher profit and later on sales. So, I want to tell you the highest profit. So, I keep cursor here, then here, and it might be difficult. So, I can go to this format button and click on this category label. If I enable, I don't have to keep the cursor. It is very easy to understood. So you can see copies is higher sales, but here you can see phone and chairs are higher sales, right? So it is simple scatter plot. Here I do some level change. If I drag quantity into size, you can see size of bubble have increased. Their size in some places. What if they tell you that the bigger size will have the higher quantity and smaller size have smaller quantity? What you find out from the quantity, suppose if quantity is higher, there will be more cost for packaging, delivery, some additional cost would be there. When the quantity is less, you have less kind of expenses over there. So, this calculation you can find out from here. Other part I can tell you there is other option legion. Now drag categories in legion. You can see phone from technology and chair from furniture categories. So different categories will get different colors. So now that's a very simple scatter plot here. Now let's come to the animation part here. For animation, you can bring something as order date into play axis and wait for a few seconds, and this will create animation point for you. And this is scatterplot, as scatterplot is the only chart having animation. Now it takes some few seconds, and I'll play this button, and you can see on the top dates are changes and some values are moving over there. You see the values are moving. So here is 4 years data, and it is very difficult to see. So why we converted this into years? So scroll down, and here you might click on date, and here is option date hierarchy, and you can see now we have only 4 years showing the trend of sales from 2016 to 19. So if I click on copies, you can see a line will go on and it will tell you what was the sales done for copies. So suppose I'll compare copies and phone. I'll press control, click and select. Now I can click on this play button, and you can see the lines will drop and it will tell you how the sales and profit are increased or decreased in those coming years. So that's very simple and easy. So I hope you understood properly how to create a scatter plot in Power BI. Let us see how to create a simple waterfall chart in Power BI. Here you can see waterfall chart. I click this resize properly and put order date into categories and sales into values. So waterfall chart mostly prepared for the axis where it is trending mostly, like I can say as date data type, what it is trying to convey 2016, 17, what are the sales done on those area. So it is trying to build a waterfall in other direction. Here now the last column is total column, which is present. Let's say we have some more feature. If you want to see breakdown right now, everywhere it is increasing. So you can see here there's an increase, no decrease in their chart. So I can't show you red bar over here. Whenever it is decreasing, no, in this field option, I have an option breakdown. Suppose I want to see sales done in those years, and I want to show you in detail based on different regions and drag region into breakdown. Now you can see what exactly happening. If you observe in 2016 to 17 sales have been different, and 2014 to 15 you can see here sales are decreasing. What I'm trying to show in distribution of sales by years is shown. If you want to break down in detail based on region or any field, you have to drag and drop and break down. And if you want to see properly, you can go to the format option, and here is the option data label. Enable this and you can see you have seen properly decrease and increase. So I hope you have understood how to create waterfall chart. Let us see how to create a tree map in Power BI. Considering a tree map as a hierarchy chart where you can show a parent and child distribution. So here we have a tree map on this default chart. I'll pick up subcategory into categories and sales into values. A simple tree map would be given. Now, how do you read or understand the stream? First thing, let me show you whenever you have the first category on the top, whatever field, right now it is phone, whatever is on the top, that means it is having higher values, in this case, higher sales. Whatever is at the bottom, that is having the lower sales. So, phones is having the higher and the art envelope, these are having lowest sales. Now, I'll go in more details. Let us see. I want to find out in phone section which region was given good sales. Okay, so I can pick up here region, drag and drop into details. Now, what you can see and how do you read it? For example, this phone is on the top. No one, it is having higher sales inside phone. There is a east, west, south and central. So carefully observe the size of east is bigger and it is on the top position. So we can say sales are higher for east region. One more example, I am taking bookcases. Inside bookcases, maximum sales in east and west region, right? Because the position on the top and it is on the first position. If you find it confusing, no issues. Go to this format button and enable this data labels. Once you enable this, you get the values also and clear the concept. So, if I show you East region, which I said the highest sales 100,000, then there is 72,000 and 98 and 58. So, first would be East and West, same way. I said about the bookcases, first from East region and second maybe some other region. So, if I keep cursor on West region, you can see. So remember, the size and the position also matters. Whenever it is bigger size is higher sales and first position. Again I say higher sales. So I hope you have understood properly. Let's go the last part of this video, the gate chart, or some people call this a GO chart. So let's see how to create this GO chart. We have a ready-made gate chart option here, so you don't have to write some coding, write some formulas or functions. Ready-made GO chart would be there. So I'll just create two GO charts. So first one, I'll click on this button GO chart. In this GO chart, I can drag the sales and drop it either here or in this section anywhere. Okay, first of all, I drag the sales and drop it into this GO chart. So you can see gate chart created here and some values would be visible here. So this is the total sales, which is 2.30 million, and 50% of the area is occupied. If you see, percent is blank and 50% is that sales. Now there's one value which you observe, which is 4.9 million, which is the double of the actual sales. So here actually this half of the space is not utilized properly. Okay, so what we can do in gate chart are mostly used when you want to compare with the target, whether we have achieved the target or not, whether it is exceed the target or not. So here I'll try to bring an indicator which will give me what is the target and I can find out whether it has achieved or not. Since we do not have any target field here, I will quickly create one target field and I can drag and drop. So I just go to home menu bar and I have this new measure. Okay, so I have sales but I don't have target sales. So just for time being, I am creating a field. So that we can see, I click on new measure and I'll write here target sales equals to sum of sales into 1.3, for time being 1.3. So assuming the target was 1.3 times the original sales and I'll press enter. So here on the right hand side, somewhere you can see a new field is created, that is target sales. Here you can see calculator icon because I clicked on this new measure button. So coming back to the GO chart, I can select the target sales and put into the target values. And you can see what happened here. I'm getting 2.99 million was the target. Okay, I have created dummy target here. If you already have ready-made target filled, you can simply drag and drop. No need to write the calculation. So I have not achieved the target. I have achieved just 2.3 million. The actual target was 2.99 million. So one more example I'll show you. I click on Go chart and this time I'll prepare for profit and target profit. Profit column I already have, so I simply drag and drop, but target profit I don't have. Okay, here also if you observe, this is the actual profit 286.40k, and this twice of the actual profit 572.79k is 2 times of 286. Creating a new target profit column, home menu bar, click on new measure. Here I'll write target profit equals to sum and I take profit. I press tab. It will give me the name of the table, that is order, and the name of the query, that is profit. And I close the bracket into 1.4 and press enter. And on right hand side, target profit measure is here. You just drag and drop into target field and the target value will give you an indicator that this was the target and you have not achieved it. Now what is the use of this go chart? Number 1, you can visually see whether it has achieved or not the target. Second, I'll create a pie chart at the bottom. You know how to create a pie chart and I'll show you what the use of this go chart. So create a pie chart for region and sales. Now suppose I click on this particular region, which is the west region. See on the top the go chart will change. If I click on this west region, the go chart are changing and they are telling you what is the sales in west region, what was the target in west region, what is the profit in west region, what is the target in west region. So you keep on clicking and the gate chart will automatically change. Not only gate charts but all the charts will change, which you will see in the coming section. But it is very interesting go chart to measure whether the performance or indicator. They also known as KPI, somewhere key performance indicators. So practice and see this video twice. You will get understand more in details. So that's it. I hope you understood all the charts and how to create a new measure. If you have any queries, don't hesitate to reach out to me by commenting below.